For Guyana, number 4, Rolly Marshall. Number 5, Tortola Claver. Number 6, Andrew Ifil. Number 7, Akeem Kanai. Number 8, Ryan Doolan. Number 9, Ray Victor. Number 10, Ryan Stanley. Number 11, Shelroy Thomas. Number 12, Dwayne Roberts. And number 14, Shane Webster. Coaches, Mark Agard and Kevin Joseph. Please rise to the national anthems of the U.S. Virgin Islands and Guyana.
We're getting set for the opening tip of the second game on the second day of the CBC Championships. It's going to be the U.S. Virgin Islands taking on Guyana. I'm Rashidi Clements, and of course, Calvert White is doing the color commentary. I'm doing the play-by-play. We are getting the referees for you, the starting five for Guyana. Raul Marshall, Dwayne Roberts, Gordon Kleber, Akeem I was struggling. Kanai. It was spelled wrong on the image there. So Akeem Kanai, and I'm missing the fifth player. I will give you the starting five for the U.S. Virgin Islands now. Starting five for the U.S. Virgin Islands will be Cuthbert Victor, who played exceptionally well yesterday, Kevin Teagan Shepard, Jason Edwin, Aaron Brown, and Philip Jones.
And for the Guyana team, it's all about their 1-2 punch. Raul Marshall, former NBA player, and Gordon Rolando Kleber. For the Virgin Islands squad, they do it by committee. But we know when the goings get tough, it's going down low to Mr. Victor.
So, U.S. Virgin Islands gets the opening tip. Pass it down to Victor, back to Edwin. Shepard to Aaron. Shepard. Penetration, gets it to Edwin. He's wide open. He can hit that. Doesn't. Marshall with the rebound.
And the Virgin Islands will a little change in their starting lineup. Remember, Craig Williams started yesterday. Today, Jason Edwin is getting the nod.
Interesting move. Both players struggled from the field, so you can't say one for the other. I think it's just a matchup situation at this point. So Kleber. Pull up. No good. Rebound. Edwin. Here comes Shepard. Shepard across the timeline. Gets it to Edwin. Edwin inside to Victor. Shepard cuts. Nothing doing. Brown gets it. Shepard on the other side. Looks on the interior. Nothing happening for Jones on that side. Gets it to Victor. High-low. That's going to work.
Beautiful high-low pass by Cuthbert Victor. Shepard finding him in the middle of the floor. And Guyana started in a zone. As you can see, the Virgin Islands team is much more bigger than them.
So Jones will shoot two. First one is good for Jones.
Jones with 11 points yesterday in the win over the Barbados team.
Second one, good.
Big fella got a nice touch.
Certainly does, silky smooth. Speaking of silky smooth, Marshall brings it across the timeline, being closely guarded by Edwin. Eiffel up top. Gets it to Kanai. Kanai working against Shepard. Good defense on the perimeter. Marshall needs to get it up. 2 seconds on the shot clock. No good.
Beautiful
shot clock violation.
Beautiful defense by the Virgin Islands team. Kevin Shepard putting a lot of pressure on the ball. Excellent possession on the defensive end by the Virgin Islands.
And that may have been the reason for the adjustment with the starting five. So Shepard brings it across the timeline, gets it to Edwin on the right wing. Edwin to Jones in the high post, gets it back to Edwin. Edwin with the penetration, tries to dump it off, does not get it inside. So it's stolen away by Marshall. Falta personal called on Jones. That will be his first and the team's first. So headed to the free throw line is Kleber.
That zone is wide open on Guyana's end. I think it's only a matter of time before the U.S. Virgin Islands find a way to pick it apart.
And Kleber yesterday makes his first free throw attempt. Marshall makes it separate. So USVI pushes it ahead. Edwin, beautiful lay. So Marshall controlling for Guyana.
Edwin has the daunting task of guarding Marshall.
Splash! Kleber for 3. He can hit that.
And that's going to be an interesting matchup all game because Kleber is guarding Jones. Jones, of big fellow, is playing inside. Jones is going to have to come out and guard him on the perimeter.
Brown dumps it down to Victor. 2 points. Automatic. 6-5 is the advantage for the U.S. Virgin Islands, or as they say in international competition, Islas Vírgenes. Marshall being guarded by Edwin, penetrates, pulls up in the middle of the lane. That's money.
Nice move by the former NBA player.
I think he said he played in Romania last year, if I'm not mistaken. Edwin with the pull-up. No good. Rebound. Eiffel. Here comes Marshall. Marshall uses a screen. Jones got away. He almost had a cheap one. That's from a distance. Eiffel for 3. So Guyana takes a quick 10-6 advantage, 6:42. And as we mentioned yesterday, Guyana could be dangerous yesterday. Had a poor showing against the British Virgin Islands. And I know they printed a newspaper in Guyana yesterday. They want to redeem themselves. Shepard gets it out to Aaron. Aaron from deep. Splash.
And Aaron Brown can definitely hit that 3-point shot. Like I said, the Virgin Islands didn't shoot too good in the game yesterday. Look for them to shoot a very better percentage today.
So Marshall penetrates. Erased by Victor. Brown with the layup. May have gotten that extra step you talked about yesterday.
That's that international 3-step that sometimes FIBA referees allow.
Pull up. No good. Another rebound for Victor. He's the Windex man. Edwin doesn't get it to go. Victor, one more rebound. Edwin to Brown. Brown for 3. No good. Rebound. Marshall. Marshall on the run. Advances past the free throw line. Layup. Good. I think Marshall is out here with something to prove today.
Didn't have quite a good game yesterday. He only scored 12 points. Look for him to be real aggressive today.
Victor, Shepard, Edwin, Edwin, splash!
Great ball movement by the Virgin Islands team. Victor had an open shot, gave it to Edwin for a better shot.
Falta personal, Kevin Shepard. That's his first. So Kanai to inbound. Foul call on the inbound on Edwin. So the referee is trying to clean it up early. Second team foul for the U.S. Virgin Islands in the early goings. So Kanai now inbounds from the baseline. Gets it to Marshall. Marshall puts it on the floor with the left. Working the right side wing. Off his heels. The jump shot. No good. Rebound, Edwin.
Beautiful defense by Cut for Victor on Marshall.
Block shot by Marshall. Going the other way, Guyana. Guyana is fouled on Shepard. That is Shepard's second personal early. So yesterday fatigue was the issue. Today foul trouble may be the issue for Kevin Shepard staying in the ball game.
Coach Barnes is definitely going to have to go deep on his bench today. But a good showing. Kevin Shepard is telling the coach he doesn't need a sub right now, which is a good sign for the Virgin Islands team.
Luckily for the Virgin Islands, they did get solid point guard play from Angel Rivera off the bench. Guyana misses his first. One more to go. Second free throw, good. So here comes Shepard. Shepard to Brown. Brown looks inside. Good pass to Jones. Jones, hoop and the harm.
And that's going to be a problem for the Guyana team all game. As you can see, there has no answer inside for the big fellows.
I think he outweighs the post players 2-1. So we got a timeout for Guyana. 16-12 in favor of Islas Vírgenes. So out of the timeouts, Guyana.
Phil Jones trying to connect on the and one.
Nothing but bottoms. So Jones replaced by Craig Williams Jr. That was a careless inbounds pass, stolen away by Shepard. Shepard with the cross. Aaron Brown wide open. Whistled for steps.
He's got to shoot that ball. He's wide
Should
open.
Have.
Trying to create something extra.
So USVI in a man-to-man full court pressure. Roberts gets it to Marshall. Marshall to Eiffel. Pull up, no good. Rebound, Williams. Edwin has it on the right side wing. Gets it to Shepard. Shepard directing traffic. Aaron Brown gets it on the left side wing. Cross screen, Williams for Victor. Victor has it stripped, but able to get it back. Gets it to Edwin. Edwin can hit that. Doesn't. Marshall with the rebound. Here comes Marshall. Marshall certainly forcing the action today.
It's being real aggressive going at the defender.
So U.S. Virgin Islands already has 5 team fouls to Guyana's 2. That will send Marshall to the free throw line.
And that's the second foul on Jason Edwin, which is going to play key because they need him in the game.
Free throw, no good. Marshall's second free throw, no good. Rebound, Victor. Shepard being guarded by Victor. Nice screen and roll. Victor doesn't get it to go. Gets his own rebound, goes back up, 2 points. Good.
And the Guyana player pulled something, looked like a hamstring. He immediately went down to the ground.
And the injured player is Guyana. He will be replaced by Webster. And I think you're right. Maybe a hamstring. Whatever it is, it doesn't look like he'll be able to return today.
Well, if it is a hamstring injury, those kinds of injuries are one of those that you can't just sit on the bench and then come back in.
Nothing but time.
Those needs, you need rest for a hamstring injury.
Seems to be pretty severe for Guyana. Can't put any weight on that leg. So Guyana with possession. Victor handling the rock. He's being guarded by Rivera, who played so well off the bench for the U.S. Virgin Islands yesterday. Victor thought about it. Closely guarded by Rivera. Gets it to Eiffel. Eiffel from deep. Rivera with the long rebound. Pushes it up the floor. Rivera, turnover. Victor on the push. There had to be something. Gray gets it to Smith. Smith trying to do something in the post. Spin move. Good.
Beautiful move by Smith.
Over the left shoulder. Got it to go. 29-14. U.S. Virgin Islands looking strong early. Defending champions, of course. Steele, Williams. Williams to Rivera. Rivera to Gray. No good. Rebound Eiffel. There goes Kanai. Kanai ahead to Kleber. Back to Kanai up top. At the end of the first quarter, 29-14.
And a great first quarter by the U.S. Virgin Islands.
So Guyana has the rock to start the second quarter, facing a 15-point deficit early.
And what a luxury Coach Barnes has already used went deep on his bench. Give his starters some much needed rest.
Thinking about the future, obviously. Victor being guarded by Raver. Kleber gets it at the top of the key. Eiffel to Victor. Victor dumps it off. So Rivera pushing it up the floor, loses control. Xavier able to get it and then lost it. So Eiffel on the run, goes straight at Williams, and a charge is called on Eiffel.
Official didn't look like he was too sure whether he wanted to call the block or the charge.
So Craig is like telling his coach, he almost called a block. So Rivera picked up full court by Victor. Rivera brings it across the timeline, gets a screen from Williams. Williams can hit that, but doesn't choose to take it. Xavier on the penetration, another turnover. So Eiffel goes straight at Xavier, doesn't get it to go with the rebound for the young fella.
Young fella with a lot of talent. Hasn't played a lot of international ball.
So Rivera tries to settle down his squad. That's a high screen from Williams. Williams now gets it in the post. Thought about the fade, now takes it. And that's money.
Big smooth. Didn't have a real good shooting yesterday, but he definitely is one that can hit a shot.
Smith. Xavier Richards doesn't get it to go. This tap back, no good. Smith gets it. Smith gives it off to Rivera. U.S. Virgin Islands a little sloppy with this squad.
No starters on the floor for the U.S. Virgin Islands right now.
Rivera with the spin and kick to Williams. He can hit that, but doesn't. Rebound, Kleber. Victor handling the point, being guarded by Rivera. Kleber from deep.
I think Coach Bond is going to play a lot of his bench this game, try to give those guys some confidence.
Smith for two. Full court pressure early. Dangerous pass, and it's stolen away by Gray. Gray to Xavier Richards, who's got some get up, but not enough. Block shot by Victor. Return to sender, insufficient postage.
Xavier looked like he had to get on that play, but forgot the up.
So Rivera
side out to create the shot.
Kanai able to dispose of the pressure. Didn't get the layup to go. Here comes Aaron Brown. Aaron Brown with Peltier on the wing. Stolen by Kanai. Kanai gets it to Marshall. Marshall to Kanai. Roberts, no hesitation there, but doesn't get it to go. Rebound Smith. Here comes Rivera, pushes it ahead to Aaron Brown. Aaron Brown doesn't get the roll on the lay, so we're going back the other way. Guyana, Marshall is handling the point. Marshall waits on the screen from Kleber, back to Kleber. Kleber from a distance, no good. Rebound, Kleber. Reverse, no good. Rebound, Williams. Here comes Aaron Brown. Brown gives it off to Peltier. Open three, no good. Unfortunately, Stephanie could not maintain the rebound, so it goes to the U.S. Virgin Islands. Timeout called USVI. Despite the 22-point advantage, coach wants to settle things down a bit.
I think it's a little bit of fatigue setting in for the Guyana team. Like I said, they don't have a deep bench. The U.S. Virgin Islands team is just going to wear them down.
So, Brown to inbound on the baseline. Peltier gets it off of the set piece. Screened by Williams, who was open on the pop. Rivera gets it up top. Brown. So it goes around the horn. Peltier on the left side wing. Back to Rivera. Rivera penetrates. Peltier. Hesitation to pull up. No good. Rebound. Kleber. Kleber gets it to Stephanie. Stephanie to Kanai. So Kanai goes right side baseline. Kleber gets it on the wing and is fouled on the catch by Smith.
Vera doing a brilliant job taking control of the team. Excellent ball movement by the Virgin Islands squad. Peltier with the pump fake had a nice shot, just missed it.
Kanai to inbound for Guyana. Marshall gets it. Goes to the middle of the lane, dips the shoulder, gets the go.
Marshall definitely trying to set his imprint now. Here comes Aaron Brown.
Oh, that was a tough one. So Aaron Brown will have to earn him at the free throw line. Foul called on Kleber.
And again, keep in mind, the more time Coach Barnes can keep these guys out on the floor, the more time his starters get to rest.
So Brown favoring his shoulder a little bit. Step to the free throw line for his first attempt. Good. Brown's second attempt is good. 41 to 19, 3:55 to go in the first half. Kanai avoids the trap. But look at the defensive intensity by the U.S. Virgin Islands. Able to squeeze that pass through. So Kleber gets the deuce. Rivera to Peltier. Looking inside for Smith. Williams, high-low. Worked.
Beautiful pass by Big Smooth. Greg Williams very active on the board, keeping the ball alive, giving the U.S. Virgin Islands another possession.
Foul called on Webster. So returning to the ball game, some starters, Jones, Edwin, and Shepard for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Solid minutes from the bench.
Great outpouring by the bench. Got those guys some well rest. Look for them to be real fresh and extend this lead some more.
Brown steps up. First one, good. Second attempt underway, and it is also good. So Kleber inbounds. Stephanie now handling the point for Guyana. Uses a screen, gets to the rack. Wild attempt, no good. Rebound Jones. Jones to Brown. Brown across the timeline, gets it to Edwin. Edwin passes it to Shepard. Thought about it and pulls it back. That's experience right there. Veteran leadership with Shepard at the point. Gets it to Victor. Brown wide open, no good. Rebound Stephanie. He's going to bring it across the timeline for Guyana. Met there by Edwin. Stephanie gets it to Marshall. Marshall being guarded by Brown. Interior pass, no good. Stolen away by Victor. Edwin to the rack, left hand lay.
Beautiful move by Jason Edwards. Had that Euro step.
So Marshall with the spin move on the perimeter, being guarded by Edwin. Try to get to the interior, inside out to Stephanie. No good. Rebound, Brown. Brown gets it to Shepard, and Shepard is fouled by Kleber.
And just as I thought, Rashidi, the U.S. Virgin Islands starters look 2 steps quicker than the Guyana team, who doesn't really has a bench.
And midway through the first quarter, Carver, just like yesterday, you predicted a blowout. I think it was in the Cuba game. And you said we would be up by 20 before the half. Call me now. What's your 800 number?
I might need to play some numbers.
So Shepard to Peltier. Looking for the high post. Nothing doing with Jones up there. Shepard gets it on the other side to Edwin. Good ball reversal. Good cut by Edwin. Loses control. Stolen away by Guyana. Kanai now controls it. Gets it across the timeline. Stephanie penetrates through the middle. Leaves it for Webster. Webster retrieves down to Stephanie. Stephanie does not get the roll. The left hand lay is good. by Webster. Shepard to Peltier on the wing, but Victor the short corner on the left side. So Shepard penetrates the middle of the lane, has it knocked away. Possession stays with the U.S. Virgin Islands.
And Kevin Shepard tried to rally his troops together.
So Victor gets it to Peltier, goes around the horn to Shepard. Shepard on the right side wing, puts it on the floor with the left hand. Peltier looks inside to Jones, but 24-second violation.
One of the few mistakes I've seen from the U.S. Virgin Islands teams for the day. A little overpassing.
So Marshall across the timeline. Edwin has handled this assignment very well. Marshall, U.S. Virgin Islands now playing an extended zone. 2-3, Marshall pulls up from deep. That was a tough one. Rebound by Kanai. Stephanie had his pass stolen away by Victor. Shepard pushes it up the floor, gets it across the timeline. Gives it to his homeboy Victor. Victor to Peltier, back to Victor, to Shepard. Around the horn we go. Edwin from deep, and it was deflected by Kanai. Marshall picks it up, gets it across the timeline. Marshall should hold for one shot, but decided to shoot a three instead. Jones whistled for a cheapie.
And although Jason Edwin missed that shot, Rashidi, it was excellent ball movement by the U.S. Virgin Islands team. Swinging it around from one side of the court to the next side.
Marshall gets his first of three to go.
I think Milton Bond's squad is just preparing themselves for the big game tomorrow.
Oh, baby.
The home squad, British Virgin Islands.
A lot of pride on the line for that one. Marshall missed the second of three. One more. Good. So Thomas checks into the ball game for Stephanie.
Remember, Thomas had a good game to the end of the game yesterday.
He did.
Look at the leadership by Tegan. Kevin Shepard just leaving the ball roll down the court.
Shepard called Marshall to play D, and it turned around to bite him. Turnover for Shepard. So 4.5 seconds, Marshall.
A little bit too much dribbling by Marshall. I think he thought he had a little more time on the clock.
So, at the end of the first half, the U.S. Virgin Islands certainly looking like a defending champ, up by 22. Most of the work done by the reserves, however.
Definitely. What a luxury Coach Bond teams have that he didn't have to play starters that many minutes. The bench came in and actually extended the lead from what the starters had.
So let's talk about that big matchup you mentioned earlier tomorrow. I'm going to call the good folks at Native Son and Smith Ferry and see if they can bring over some St. Tomians and St. Jonians, because it's going to be packed with British Virgin Islanders tomorrow.
I can't wait for that game, Rashidi. It's going to be packing here. It's going to be loud. That game is bragging rights. Come on over.
That's right. And, of course, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of wagers for drinks at the bar come Tuesday, August, Monday for the Carnival, the 60th anniversary. And, of course, our broadcast is brought to you by CCT, also a proud supporter of the Tortola Festival. So, with all of that being said, me and Calvert, we need to drink some water or something. We'll be back for the third quarter of USVI versus Guyana. All right, we are about to resume action here in the multi-purpose center in beautiful Tortola, British Virgin Islands. It is day 2, game 2 of the CBC Championships, and right now the U.S. Virgin Islands looking like a true contender this year. They're also the defending champions, up 22 over Guyana as we prepare to resume the third quarter.
And they did most of their damage with their bench, with the reserves.
As you pointed out earlier, well, actually you pointed out earlier during the break, so for everybody else who didn't get to speak to us during the break, the player that logged the most minutes for the Virgin Islands played 12 minutes. That was Aaron Brown. In those 12 minutes, he managed 14 points. Very efficient.
Very sufficient and effective indeed.
For a minute, I was treating it like we're on reality TV and we had cameras following us during the halftime. So, now that we are broadcasting again, Kanai gives it to Marshall in the corner. Hesitation, pull up, short. Eiffel was fouled under the basket. He will shoot 2. Foul called on.
Coach Bond starting the third quarter with his starters.
So the foul call on Aaron Brown. But Victor, with a veteran move, put his hand up, so I was waiting to find out the official call on the play, and it actually goes to Aaron Brown. So the first free throw by Eiffel is good. Second is good. So the lead is 20 in the early goings of the second half. Edwin on the wing. Pass it to Victor. Short corner. Shepard up top. Back to Edwin on the wing. Edwin goes inside to Victor. To Shepard. Shepard. No good. Rebound Jones. Keeping up with the Joneses. The hook. Good.
And he's just too big inside Rashidi. There's nobody that can stop him from getting that offensive rebound.
Efficient movement. No wasted energy from Jones. We got an early foul call on Edwin.
And that's number 3 on Jason Edwin. Jason Edwin looking at the ref and saying, wow, as he's surprised that he got that call.
So Eiffel goes through the lane with a wild runner, no good. Shepard pushes it, Aaron Brown, baseline, lay, good.
He attacks the defense. You can't sleep on Aaron Brown because he's coming at you.
So Kanai handling it. Shepard with some pressure on the ball. Kanai goes all the way to the rack. Once he got past Shepard, he had to meet Jones. Alter the shot, no good, but possession stays with Guyana. Kleber, guarded by Victor. Right side. Short J, no good. Victor, another rebound. Quick outlet to Edwin. Shepard, Edwin thought about it. Pull up on the baseline, no good. Rebound, Kanai. Kanai throws it ahead to Kleber. Kleber thought about it, but settles things down. Roberts to Kanai. Nice interior pass. 2 points, good. Kanai to Roberts.
Guyana team making a little move here.
So
Coach
Victor
Barnes
gets it on the left side short corner.
Coach Barnes singling for the timeout because he's not liking this effectiveness of his team.
Edwin again passed up an open 3. So U.S. Virgin Islands calls timeout. 51-29.
Guyana coach very animated. And then last timeout.
So U.S. Virgin Islands to inbound on the baseline. Aaron Brown has the responsibility, turns it over. So here comes Guyana. Marshall handling the rock. Penetrates the middle of the lane. Short J, no good. Aaron Brown with the rebound. Aaron Brown on the run. Shepard throws the lob. Not a good idea right there. Kanai gets the rebound, throws it ahead to Marshall. Marshall is fouled by Gray, and Marshall will shoot two.
It's a good hard foul by Gray, making Marshall earn it at the free throw line.
For Guyana, only one player in double figures, and that was Kleber with 10. Only 4 players scored for Guyana in the first half. On the contrary, the U.S. Virgin Islanders had 10 players get some numbers next to their name in the official scorebook.
Cuthbert Victor and Marshall kind of jarring against each other, and I think there's a mutual respect of 2 good players there.
So both free throws good for Marshall. Shepard brings the ball across the timeline. Gets it to Brown on the left side wing. Brown looks on the interior, nothing happening with Jones. The ball swings on the other side. Shepard back in the middle. Back to Brown on the left. Three-pointer on the way. Good. Splash.
Aaron Brown with the friendly roll.
Shepard seems to have shaken off the rust from a day ago, playing a much more efficient basketball game. Shepard and Kleber now being very physical off the ball. 2 points good for Roberts as he scored a short hook in the middle of the lane. Shepard cuts, doesn't get it to go. Rebound, Marshall. Marshall, 1-on-2. Now is even with Eiffel. Doesn't get the roll. Jones had it but lost it. Eiffel retrieves it, gets it to Kanai. Good hustle for Guyana. They're starting to play with some life now. Roberts try to find Eiffel.
And Shepard quite upset that the referee is letting a lot of the holding and grabbing go by the Guyana team.
(54-33), 5:58 to go in the third quarter. Checking into the game for Shepard is Rivera. Gray from a distance, no good. Rebound, Shepard. Gray to Rivera. Rivera resets, gets it to Aaron Brown. Brown to Victor. Nice cut. Gray for 2.
Nice ball movement by the U.S. Virgin Islands team. And again, it's the bench players that's doing most of the work.
But again, the U.S. Virgin Islands squad playing with the most structure of some of the teams that we've seen in this tournament thus far. That's a tough J. Hits the side of the backboard. Jones gets the rebound. Turnover. Eiffel. Eiffel went in there like he had on blindfolders for a second. Ran into Jones.
To elaborate on that point you just made about the structure of the U.S. Virgin Islands, we see a lot of these other teams where the players are jarring and cursing against the coach. Coach Barnes is a no-nonsense coach. You're either going to do it his way or no way.
So Kanai to inbound. Marshall with the fade. No good. They got Rivera with the push. That's a good call.
Had no chance of getting that
None.
rebound. He said, let me see if I can get away with a push. Got caught.
So the inbound to Eiffel. Eiffel goes on the interior. They now got Marshall in the post. Eiffel from a distance. Nada. However, Kanai saves it to Marshall. Kleber. Splash.
Kleber has been the one bright spot for Guyana. He's consistent on the offensive end.
Somehow that found Victor. Victor for 2. Victor from Rivera. 4:35 to go in the third quarter. 58-36 U.S. Virgin Islands.
And Victor would have been a good football player. He got those soft hands.
He certainly does. Kleber with a heat check. Not that hot. Brown penetrates. Finds Gray. Gray for 3. No good. Rebound, Marshall. So Marshall brings it across the timeline for Guyana. Pull up. No good. Rebound, Eiffel to Kleber. So Webster checks into the ball game. He's going to replace Dwayne Roberts.
He's subbed by Smith. Look like he's a little winded.
Pass on the interior. Again, they're using Marshall in the post. Doesn't get it to go. Williams with the rebound. Gets it outlet to Brown. Brown on the run on the right side. And he is fouled by Eiffel. Eiffel claiming that Brown was actually holding his pants on that play. Ref didn't see that, though.
Brown is always in attack mode. He's one of those players that if he sees an opening, he's gonna take it.
So Victor replaces Eiffel. So Gray has it at the top. As they pass the ball around the horn, the wheels on the bus go round and round. Craig Williams for 2. Excellent ball movement by the U.S. Virgin Islands squad. Very unselfish.
And I'm telling you, Rashidi, I know I'm already looking ahead to tomorrow, but it's going to be an exciting game. U.S. Virgin Islands is showing in this game the type of team that they can be in this tournament.
That's right, and to talk about that unselfishness, the U.S. Virgin Islands had 14 assists in the first half to Guyana's 3. So here comes Rivera. Rivera to Gray. Gray thought about it. The shot by Smith was no good. So Guyana turns it over.
Marshall with a little frustration pulling down one of the sponsor banners.
That's right. So Rivera doing some housekeeping, picking up the Delta Petroleum banner.
I did not know what that DP stood for.
Hey, that's where we got our 5-0 energy today, bro. Come on.
Just gave them a plug. I wonder if we can get 2 more.
I'm saying tomorrow I'll be back. See if we could get a recording of this footage. See if we could get us 2 more 5-hour energies from Delta Petroleum tomorrow. Right now we got 20 hours in the bag, though.
What's funny is until you just talked about that, I forgot we had those 5-hour energies.
Oh, no. How could you forget?
Doing good right now. Not
Yeah,
tired.
no, you can't use it before the second game is over. That's just suicide.
Not quite sure what the delay is.
What is going on?
Maybe the ref needs a 5-hour energy.
Oh, that was so Marshall could tie his drawstring. Peltier is in the ball game for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Gets it on the left side wing. Pass it to Rivera up top. Gray